Alright, and we're back. I'm here with Gaphodil. Why don't you introduce the run and count down when you're ready to go?
Yeah, alright. Hi, good Fangame morning fun. I'm Gaphodil, and this is the Crimson Needle 2.5 Cherry Treehouse guest stage individual level. If you don't want spoilers for the game Crimson Needle 2.5, please stop watching 20 seconds ago. Time is going to begin when I go through the portal and the fade in from black finishes, which is going to be after I skip the cutscene. So, that's now. The time it takes to load is like variable because I'm not preloading the stage. I think this is like the second major Cherry Treehouse project to like start in a place like Japan or very similar to it. I always mess up that timing, so I'm like really grateful you can just like land right next to that platform. Wow, I'm messing up the timing there as well. We start out with some pretty basic cycle stuff. That Cherry does in fact kill. Oh no! The village is on fire. And our gun has been stolen. We don't reset here because there'll be a good cycle if I don't die. Watch out for these traps. And these fellas are closer to the left than they would be otherwise. Okay. Did not screw it up. And we picked up this really cool sword, but we're skipping the Mega Man weapon get cutscene because like I can just explain it later. So as you can see, we have a bunch of movement stuff. We've got wall climbing. We've got the dash attack that lets us go through white killers, and not the black ones. We've got a shuriken for our projectiles. We've got wall, like, we also have this fast fall. It's not really necessary for anything, but I like doing it. It's like really fun. And now we've entered the pagoda, and that's right, it's back to Needle. All prepped up for this gimmick adventure, and we start off with Needle. Now, can I do this gate? No. There's a lot of times in this game, in this stage, where it's like, I have to line up 32 pixel gap. Sometimes it's like larger, sometimes just like a cherry gate, but like I have to line up a 32 pixel gap and then dash into it, and then I just screw it up, like all the time. It's like really annoying. Alright. That is our first room of the first hub, because spoilers, there's going to be multiple hubs. Here we are introduced to ropes and also boulders. I believe it is possible to jump over that spiky ball and get a faster cycle, however I've never really bothered trying it because I don't like this that much. Wait for that, jump over here. I think it's a little bit safer. Reset for the good cycle, because this one I did try. Whoops. Not enough. Like slide in between here. Nice. This series of platforms like crumbles in a random order. At least I believe it does. Because that one got a little bit unlucky there, getting stuck. And we're out. We have another key. This one's red instead of yellow. But let's take a diversion from all the ninja activity and go to everyone's favorite melee minigame. Break the targets. A minimum of 4 shurikens are required. But like that one on the left can be broken with a shuriken. I've never bothered practicing that one because I've also just like been very unsure about myself with this one in particular. It's been a while since I've missed. I don't think hitting that top one is like any more or less faster though. That's a spare shuriken. Perhaps I could have just done like right side first, but I've also not bothered learning that. Now I've got 2 keys. Whoops. To break that first. This one... Right, this one is also ropes. And the rope physics have like an interesting property where sometimes your height is boosted. I think it's based on... partially based on the movement, but also based on like... I don't know exactly why that works when I hold up on the rope and then it just makes me go higher, but I skip a save, basically. Do a bit more horizontal movement here. Again, holding up to go higher, and then over. Sorry, I'd like to actually get on the rope. There we go. This save, I have a lot of trouble with sometimes. There's this RNG portion right here, and then afterwards there's like a choke section that like it's like not hard, but then I still mess it up a lot anyway. It's like whatever. There's a whole thing. You can dash through these cannonballs despite the fact that they are not like a layer tone like most of the other ones. However, I don't think it's like really a good idea to do that there. Anyway, like Meow Meow, we have 1 eyeball of a cat. These will be necessary in the future. Don't switch these. This one, I think it is possible to like just use the momentum from dashing into the rope, but like don't. It's like inconsistent. I prefer swinging. You can see the cat down there in the bottom right. So here we introduced to Sword Lantern Jump Bra, I think it's called. We have our jump refreshers, and we have to swing our sword to hit some. There's an interesting mechanic as well with the lanterns, I believe, where like you have a limited number of swings in midair before you land or hit a lantern. However, you are given your swing back if you are positioned on the lantern when you try to swing. Just a little bit of leniency, I think. Meow meow. We didn't screw that one up. Now we've got a red lantern, which is a repeatable jump refresher. We're going to be trying to make a fast cycle on this save if I can like line this up properly. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 5. I landed on the wall. Fortunate. Okay. I missed. I missed. Come on. Come on. Okay. Sometimes that lantern is swinging like a little too much, and so I'm unable to duck under the cherries there to get it. But, like that time it works. Alright, so we've got both of our cat eyes. We can hit the button here. My cat is satisfied. Oops. It will either automatically, whatever, I can talk about that later. Welcome to the first boss. This is the fruit machine. There's a combo system, as you can see, by hitting multiple things in one slash. Ah, damn. By hitting multiple things in one slash, you can get increasing number of points per route. You have to meet a minimum threshold. I don't actually know what the exact number is. It caps out at +3, so like if you hit 4 in a row, the last 2 are both a value of 3. Damn it. The bombs drop shuriken pickups. Each shuriken pickup restores 3 of my 5 shuriken ammo. The targeting missiles from Worms, the Worms series, happen at certain point thresholds. Okay. Ah, I didn't realize I hadn't grabbed onto the wall. That's unfortunate. I believe the whether it shoots out like 1, 2, or 3 fruit is entirely random. Fortunately, the bomb and missiles can be dashed through. However, that's not always useful. And, like, staying up here is like very rewarding, of course. However, like, because that's where the fruit are coming out and all of them are killers as well. Damn. A bit of a risk reward system. Like, done optimally, this boss takes like 1 minute. Last week, I was having a really bad run of things, and I was like, I wonder how long this will take me. My worst split for this boss now is like 13 minutes. So hopefully that doesn't happen. If it does, that is when I submitted this, I'm not confident in the final boss of this area. So I have backup saves in case things go like really poorly. After that happened last week, I did make a backup save for after this boss, just in case. Just like, probably not going to be. It's probably not going to be necessary, but better save than sorry. Wow, that was like not great. Yeah, okay. Yeah, alright, that works. Ah, okay, I'll just miss. That's fine. I should have gone over. Damn. And then down. Alright, good move. Nice 4. There we go. A bit early. Alright, first boss down. And we are on to the second hub of the stage. First up, we are introduced to this drum. The first time you bounce on it, you get height slightly higher than where you were when you first landed. You can see up that left section there, I only found that out before submissions. If you miss grabbing onto that directly from the wall, you can just like drop onto the drum. Do a little bit more gate-esque shenanigans. A little messy. Alright. Got the key. Now we go. Next up, despite the fact that this is a refresher lantern, we are not using very many of those because we are just regular lanterns. Regular lanterns that have a shelf life of 5 seconds. They're rather shoddy. Don't do that. Thank you. Being in the dark does, of course, kill, because you get eaten by brews. Of course, because we are, like, practically invulnerable while dashing, you can, in fact, dash through the darkness. There's not really any reason to do this, though. Follow the lantern. Right. So if I don't reset here, I have to catch his lantern here. Although this does make this lantern up here a little bit weird because I'm not on the cycle that I usually am. In theory, these cherry circles are like predictable, but alright. Don't fall in the pit. Fast falls aren't really necessary, but like they're silly. Whoops. Okay, fine, I'll grab the save. Alright, so this is the trap stage. Unfortunately, I'm going to be skipping most of the traps because dying to trap is slow. Boil. Don't miss that one. Got to trigger this. Over here. Trigger these top two, and then I can dash through. I found out yesterday that like if you finish this save deathless, then like come back to here, these traps do in fact stay triggered. But like, I don't think that's likely to happen. Dingus. I forgot that spike did that. Okay. This save also has like these 3 spikes up here. We are coming back here, so if I don't die from this point on, those spikes will stay triggered for next time. Wait, that swamp is very angry. This swamp is very wide. There's a cat eye. Ah, left. Dang. We run over here first, actually, because this shuriken triggers. Just let it run while we go back and chasing this dastardly fella. Places it goes are always in the same order. We can grab it right there. After it returns to original position. Grab this on the right side. Save for safety. They're back, but it's a lot faster this time. Alright. I missed the save, but like, that's fine. This cat does not like being pet. And this swamp is very sick. Spike wall swamp, spike wall, stand on the swamp. And then finally, and then finally, But finally, there's these two slots. Can we pretend that didn't happen? I was like trying to fast fall, but like sometimes it just like doesn't work. I think it's because like I'm already falling at max speed, but like I have a double jump. Like, I really should just like do that. It's like whatever. I lose like what, 2 seconds, half a second. And what didn't happen? Yeah, I have no idea. Alright. Last key, last eyeball. Eyeball gemstone type thing. The gimmick here are these yin yang cherries. It can be dashed through exactly once. I do really like the design of this room. This gigantic pillar of thing you can cut down. Like so. It means you can just like practice things on the other side of the room before having to actually do it. Shoutouts to Minecraft Bamboo. Also. Gate. 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 Alright, I should be good. Alright. Now we need to get to the button. I said... Okay, I'll wait. Gate. Alright. There's no nearby save where we can skip this animation, so instead we're just going to like jump over here and give the cat a nice big ear rub. Alright, and the second boss of the game, using the existence of this cutscene to walk over here, I went too close. Missed my chance. This boss is interesting because every single attack leaves it vulnerable immediately and you can just dash through it. Unless it moves. Like that. So if all goes well, this boss will just like stand still and do nothing. Damn. Oh, very rude. Thank you for not throwing a shuriken into my face. I also hope you really like traditional audio. Alright, one more attack. Got this neat shadow clone. Uh-oh. Hey, come on. Alright. Tricksy fellow. Do not die to that shuriken. That's boss 2. The third hub of the game only has 3 stages as opposed to previous 2, which had more. We will be collecting 2 keys in this room instead of just 1. Start out by waiting. Rotational platforms appear, and they're very weird hitboxes that are specifically generous for platforming, but not nearly as much for boss fight, in my opinion. Alright. Got some moving walls here. Through here. Catch. Not get caught by this one. Ah, dang. Jump too high. There we go. Be a shuriken to hit this. It is possible to like fall down that corridor on the left side without even landing on any of those platforms, but like, I would rather be safe. Hitboxes are kind of finicky, in my opinion. You can skip that first button here, as well as the second one consequently. Just by like, grabbing onto this wall. Ah. Then you do have to hit the rest of them. Here. Where can this one charge up? There's our first key. Right. Okay. I did not fuck up the needle. Sorry, pardon my language. Right, I'm like on a different cycle because I didn't reset. So wait, getting confused. Okay. Wait here, charge up, dash here, jump up early because if I don't, I run into those enemies. Got the second key, shuriken. Perfect, we're out. So, while I think the other stage is like harder and one I would prefer to get done out of the way first, this one is more convenient to go to first because the exit door is over there on the right side. Wow, I am like really messing up this timing. Interestingly, like this wall is one you can just like grab onto. I don't know if that's intended, but you can. Wide circle. So I don't need to grab onto this next lantern until it's like near the end of the cycle, because I can't reach the next platform anyway. So like, meow. Meow, 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 meow. I messed up. It's okay. There we go. I'm never particularly consistent at that second part of that play. Again. God, this room feels like so cool to do. But like, there's a term for it I'm not remembering, but like the feeling of just like hitting the lanterns is very satisfying. I didn't screw that up this time. Also, this last save is very funny to do fast. I didn't charge that fast enough. I like that too early. Right there we go. Good mouse feel, but like with my fingers. Return of cannonballs. So our goal is to the right here, however, the floor is like littered with instant spike traps rather than the delayed ones we saw on the first boss. We have to be taking a bit of a roundabout route. Ah, dang. Game feel, that's probably a better term. I'm not doing a lot of standing on this first save. There we go. And this save I find like pretty tough to do. It's not exactly my strat. Up here. And then shoutouts to Master Maxify. Hi. Sorry. I believe Max did that on his first playthrough. And it was faster than the regular route and possibly easier. So I started doing it. It helps because, like, you have some extra iframes at the end of your dash. So, as long as you don't, like, jump or fast fall, if you're in a bad position, you can't just, like, stand inside a spike or wall cling while you're inside a spike for a few extra frames. Alright. This button's like the most out of the way. And like, I believe it is possible to make it back fast enough to sword the cat before it like automatically meows like it's about to. That one. However, I've never done it. Hello, Kuratama. But this boss is constantly firing these projectiles out. And it might be a good time to mention your sword slash actually has two different animations. One is a horizontal one and then one is a vertical one, or like rather an overhead one that I think has the same width but just like hits above and below you as well. But one of those is probably better in this scenario than the other. The interesting thing about these bombs is that they actually are very slightly impacted by what direction you hit them from. It increases their speed in that direction, or decreases it in the opposite, which means in a vacuum, all of these bombs are capable of hitting the boss. Hello, Prince. But like, given how chaotic this boss can become, it is not always guaranteed. The shurikens are random drops either from these white bouncing fellows or from the cherries. That was very risky. Oh, I missed. Dang. I think typically I've used more shurikens by now. However, I've been getting really lucky with the oh dang. Really lucky with the white bouncing projectiles. Nice. Ah, missed. So notably, the black ones cannot be destroyed, and will in fact kill me if I happen to dash through them. Ah, there we go. That went a lot better than I was expecting. Whew. Nice first try. We have to go back up here. I entered the door there for an autosave, so I can, you know, in case something like that happened. Yeah, that felt like it can definitely be a bit nasty. Stage 4 is not a hub. This is a finale type stage. So we get mixing of a lot of gimmicks that we have seen in the past. Whoops. Ah, dang. Got some Moving spikes here. Choose to dodge that swamp. I think you can ride it, but I choose not to. Anyway, how about that Mega Man? How about that Rockman run? I don't even know if there are any Yoku blocks. I didn't catch all of them. Alright, that went pretty well. Usually I screw that one up. Got the big lantern adventure here. Don't miss, okay. You only have the one air slash in midair. Important not to miss that one. There's no reason to charge the slash here, I just do. Okay, I made the jump perfectly, but it is important to hold off when making that jump from the wall, because it lets you go up in case you miss. So, for the longest time, I thought you had to go to the right here. However, it is possible to, like, go up here. And I'm still not entirely sure how to manipulate the rope in such a way that it happens consistently. But, like, it is possible, but we're going to be here until it works. Like that. There we go. And because of how the drum mechanic works, I can just double jump beforehand and then dash through. And it'll still count that as the maximum height in which to reach. That's new. Whoops. That's a new one. You're back on here. The rope's going. I'm pretty sure I have to be holding up. There we go. Back on the auto-scroller. Even if the cycle technically changes. There we go, I'm supposed to let go of jump before I hold left. So our favorite mini-games return. This is apparently a mini-game now. Got little mini sections here. That's not where you go. If you're watching along at home, playing along at home, don't do that. I just wanted to show you all. Okay, the top one first, then the bottom one, then the top one. That's not how you do that. I was expecting... Normally the like the lantern is recharged that. Went a little bit too fast. Oh no, it's because I'm jumping beforehand. Normally I jump after I hit the launch. Something like that. Last bit here. Dash, 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 not fall. Dash. Why don't we run it back? Huh? You guys like that one? I don't know, I just thought it was a safe zone that I wanted to do it twice, you know? There are worse saves to like die at the end too. It's a marathon. I will grab the save point. Okay. Welcome back to regular targets. Except I'm like failing the first jump. It is technically possible to like go into these places and just like leave shurikens where the targets spawn. But like, also not really necessary. The timer generally isn't the issue here. You can just like ignore all the button shenanigans up there. Just like use the height. Meow. Whoops. Dash to the left after the first trap, just so I can save a little maybe to the right. Missed my cycle, but like it's fine. Yeah, it's fine, right? It's fine. Everything's fine. Got this save over here. Oops. This last room also has a number of devious tricks, such as that platform and a gate, a normal ass gate. Sorry. I've established that I can't really do those. There you go. There's an invisible wall there. Another gate. Another gate. Trap. Trap. There we go. So the person who is here to vanquish the demons has passed away, but they have left us their sword. And now we are here fighting the 4 Crimson Demons. This is Ruby. Each of the Crimson Demons has 3 core attacks, 1 background attack, 1 post-death attack, and then 1 shared attack in which they shoot a glowing sherry that can be destroyed or a shuriken. Ruby also has the added property of like firing aimed bullets while they're in the foreground. Pinfear actually like has a bunch of attacks that can be annoying if you're in the bad position, but can also just like, it moves slowly enough along a set path that you can infinitely loop them on the right side. Guru here has some streams of fists. Yeah, here's like an example. There was an example of this infinite looping. Mide here has a lot of many projectile attack. Either they're coming from the sides of the screen, or they're originating from the skull. Damn. The bosses do contact damage, however if you are in the middle of the dash, their contact damage is negated, or if they're suffering from iframes. Notably, sometimes they spawn attacks from inside them, so if you are dashing through them and they are in the middle of iframes, you will in fact just like get owned. Sometimes. But like every single one of the attacks can be dashed through. Of course, the dash takes a little bit of time to charge up. And also sometimes like game just like spawns the big wall of yellow cherries in the middle while I'm like dashing from one side of the screen to the other, and it's like really annoying. Please stop doing that. Like, sometimes I can't react fast enough. Also, did I say 4 demons? I meant 6. My bad. Surprise! Tyr here moves in a loop similar to Kin. However, they're moving too fast, so I can't loop them as well. Mekon here... Hi, Mekon. Mekon here has pretty easy attacks. Mekon's post-death attack is like one of the worst ones in my opinion. But like, I don't actually want to kill them first. Tyr is like whatever though. Okay. it's generally good etiquette to wait. I personally do like killing Kin fast, like as my first one, but like as soon as I can rather than waiting. Yeah, there's this attack here. Oh, don't lightning bug pull me, thank you. Yeah, this attack here just like resets Mikon's iframes, so you can get like a lot of damage really quickly. Oh, Ruby. Don't shoot me from point blank, please. Okay, okay. Hello, Kin. Are you ready to die? So, this whirlwind does not restore your double jump. However, it does let you like go up here and hit some demons while they're normally too far away. Yeah, let's risk it. Mide, of course, has like a giant skull following you. I didn't check beforehand, I probably should have. Ruby has the lava pool. There is a bug in this game where, like, if you do not let the incoming demon pause or like come down and start their attack, that was close. Then if you kill them with the whirlpool, they just like vanish. Boo's post-death attack, since we didn't see it, is their turtle shell goes up to the top of the screen and starts raining down, and you can dash through it. And Mikon's is like, it shoots bouncing orange cherries that slowly move across the screen. Anyway, phase 2, Pitaya, the purple dragon, which I believe is like a... I believe the story is this is the drink they made, the team made at, what, ESA 23? I don't remember the exact year. I don't follow ESA that closely. But this fella has a lot of attacks and also flies around a bunch. We no longer have fastball. I can't abuse it for really stupid, risky damage strats like I usually do. One of the annoying things here is also that the shurikens get deleted on the edge of the view. So like if their Pitaya is in a straight line and I could attack them, or seeing one of Tiru's attacks, like for there, even though I knew where they were and I fired the shuriken, they went off the view and so didn't do damage. Whoops. You cannot dash through these purple projectiles, which is why that attack like pretty dangerous. Uh-oh. Okay. Big wall. That's Buru's post-death attack, as you've seen. Am I really going to, like... Sorry, I set my estimate, like, really high because I was expecting to die a lot more on these last two bosses, and then I didn't. Like, this might be like a 10-minute PB. I'm really sorry. Do not hit those purple projectiles from the right side. They will fly into you and kill you. I learned that one the hard way. No, are you kidding? Alright, never mind. Spoke too soon. Throwing for content is true. Jerk. So close to the sub 50. Alas. Whoops. I do have a tendency to play worse after a big choke like that one. think the black hole might be like the most dangerous attack for me because of this, like, you can see those really long cherries that just get thrown out. Well, this one's like pretty bad too, I suppose. Like, bro, I'm like busy. As far as I know, the only way for the skill to go away is to wait for the black hole attack to happen. Like, sometimes it's instant and it's very fun. It's like, has absolutely no impact on the fight whatsoever. This is probably the longest I've ever seen it be. Oh, Kanburu. Interestingly, despite having an orange coloration, when Itaya borrows attacks, red and orange are both from Ruby. Mikan does not get an attack. Freaking rainbow worms. They are always in the worst place. I don't like doing this on the right side because of left-right priority. Back here, get back here. Okay. This one is always like a little bit scary because the attack is like dependent on its position. Oh, black hole. Oh, worm. Yeah, that like wasn't a great place for that. That wasn't the best position for me to be in when that attacked. Unfortunately. Get back here. Why are there so many worms? Where did all these worms come from? Oh right, they're gummy ones. Like, forgot. I would... Okay. Sorry, I shouldn't have asked. Fine. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. A little awkward. One. There we go. Maybe this time I won't get killed by the skull moving off screen. Another fun thing about the purple orbs in this phase is that the smaller ones can also like overlap with them. And those ones do not get deflected, so like... There we go. The skull is out of the way this time. Alright, time is going to be when I enter the door at the end of this room, right here. Dash, 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 tiny hoo, dash, dash, and time. 55:26. Not a sub 50, but still a PB, and technically world record, because like no one else runs this. Oof. Didn't get the costume. It's okay. I got it on my other save file. Wow, look at these people. Look at these people, they made this. Whole game behind a secret. Yep. That's why I'm not talking about the rest of the game. No one else can do that. Sorry for being still 15 minutes ahead of schedule. That wasn't the boss I was expecting to die a lot to, but it was one of them.
It's quite alright. Do you have anything to show off?
No,
actually,
no.
we can just go next. I'm getting you. So
Alright.
doesn't matter now. Is there anything you still want to say before we move on?
Nope.
Alright. Then we'll go to the next round.
Bye-bye.
See you. It will be the Celeste blind mapping event. Hopefully we'll see you there.